Michigan Technological University is one out of 4 universities in Michigan chosen to receive federal funding for infectious disease research. Local 3's Brianna McLean has more from the studio. Brianna.
In early 2020, Michigan Tech was one of the first labs in the Upper Peninsula to begin testing samples for COVID-19. This lab and their proactive research on the coronavirus was recognized by the state with $4.3 million to expand sequencing for COVID-19 and other infectious diseases.
The pandemic has really shown us how important genetic screening is. As we have these different variants of concern and variants of interest that have been changing, then we want to know what is in the current population. And so while right now we're going to start with SARS-CoV-2, we're also interested in things like drug-resistant gonorrhea and other STDs. What is going on in our avian population, as avian flu could be a problem in the future. So we want to be able to do surveillance of different populations just to understand what's circulating. And if we understand what's circulating, then we can better prepare for how it could infect the public in general.
Michigan Tech has closed their COVID-19 testing lab just this past December, now that the Western Upper Peninsula Health Department has the full capacity for testing in the Copper Country. Health says this funding is a perfect transition for them to focus on collecting and analyzing genomic data to address emerging infectious disease threats.
Michigan Tech will be able to gain more equipment, so both genomic sequencing equipment and also computational infrastructure. As these genomic data sets are very large, there takes a lot of computational power to analyze them to determine if we actually have variants of interest or variants of concern. And so this money will both be equipment for Michigan Tech as well as personnel. There are 8 faculty and staff currently involved, and we will be hiring about 10 more technicians and students to be able to really help us develop processes to improve the infrastructure so that we can have good surveillance of genomic screening in the future.
In the coming weeks, Michigan Tech is working on purchasing its new equipment and hopes to begin screenings by the end of the summer. Reporting in the studio, Brianna McLean, Local 3 News.